Jake looked at Zara. Her face had gone pale. "They found me," she whispered. The largest warship moved closer. Its shadow covered the Wanderer completely. Zara grabbed Jake's hand. Her fingers were cold and shaking. "Trust me," she said. "Please, just trust me." Jake squeezed her hand. "I trust you." The view screen showed Valkryn's soldiers preparing to board. Everything was about to change. The declaration. The Valkryn soldiers materialized on the ship like ghosts. One moment, the cargo bay was empty. The next moment, 10 massive warriors stood there, their armor gleaming under the lights. Jake had never seen anything so terrifying. Each soldier was over 7 feet tall. Their armor was black with gold symbols that glowed. They carried weapons that hummed with energy. Their eyes scanned the room like predators hunting prey. "Step away from the princess," the lead soldier commanded. Jake did not move. He stood in front of Zara, his heart pounding so hard he thought it might explode. "I said move, human." The soldier's voice was cold as ice. "No," Jake said. His voice shook, but he did not step aside. The soldiers laughed. Deep, mocking laughs that echoed through the cargo bay. "Brave, but stupid," one soldier said. Then the air shimmered again. Someone new appeared. She was taller than the other soldiers. Her armor was different, black with red markings that looked like blood. A long scar ran down the left side of her face. Her eyes were pure silver, without any warmth. "I am Commander Thrace," she said. Her voice cut through the room like a knife. "Princess Zara, your father, Emperor Crane, demands your immediate return." Zara stepped forward, moving beside Jake. "I refuse." Commander Thrace's expression did not change. "You have no choice. The marriage contract is law." "Valkryn law states I can choose my own mate," Zara said, her voice stronger now. "Only if you have already chosen someone before the contract was signed," Thrace replied. "You have chosen no one." The cargo bay fell silent. Jake felt Zara's hand slip into his. Her skin was cold, but her grip was firm. "That is not true," Zara said quietly. Everyone turned to look at her. "I have chosen." Time seemed to stop. Jake's mind went blank. What was she doing? Zara pulled Jake forward, standing him in front of all the soldiers, in front of Commander Thrace, in front of everyone. "This human saved my life when no one else came." Zara's voice rang out clear and strong. "He risked everything for a stranger. He asked for nothing in return." Commander Thrace's eyes narrowed dangerously. "You cannot be serious." "He showed me more honor in 1 hour than your precious warlord showed in months," Zara continued. "The marriage contract was a lie. The warlord sabotaged my ship. He tried to kill me." Gasps came from the soldiers. Even Commander Thrace looked surprised. "Prove it," Thrace demanded. Zara held up a small data chip. "My ship's black box. Everything is recorded. The tampering, the sabotage, all of it." The silence in the cargo bay was deafening. Zara turned to Jake. Her golden eyes looked into his. "I am asking you to do something impossible, something dangerous, but I have no other choice." She spoke louder now so everyone could hear. "Will you stand with me? Will you face my father and the entire Valkryn Empire by my side?" Jake's mouth was dry. His hands were shaking. This was insane. This would start a war. This would get him killed. But when he looked at Zara, he did not see a princess. He saw a girl who was trapped, a girl who was desperate, a girl who had no one else. "Yes," Jake said, "I will stand with you." Zara's eyes filled with tears. She smiled. Commander Thrace's face twisted with anger. "This is madness. He is human, weak, worthless." "Valkryn law does not specify species," Zara said calmly. "Only that I must choose someone worthy." "The Emperor will never accept this," Thrace shouted. "Then we will go to him," Zara said. "Together." Commander Thrace stared at them both. Her hand moved to her weapon. For a moment Jake thought she would kill them right there. Then she lowered her hand. "Very well," Thrace said coldly. You will both come to the flagship. The Emperor will decide your fate. The soldiers grabbed Jake roughly. They pulled him away from Zara. Do not hurt him, Zara commanded. Thrace held up a hand. The soldiers stopped, but did not let go. You have made your choice, Princess, Thrace said. Now you will face the consequences. They were teleported to the flagship. Jake's stomach lurched as reality bent around him. When his vision cleared, he stood in the largest room he had ever seen. It was a throne room, but massive. Thousands of Valkyrian warriors lined the walls. All of them stared at Jake with hate. At the far end, on a throne made of black metal, sat an old Valkyrian male. His armor was gold. His eyes were the same golden color as Zara's, but there was no warmth in them, only cold fury. Emperor Crane. My daughter! The Emperor's voice boomed through the hall. You disgrace our family by bringing this creature before me. Father, please listen. Zara began. Silence. The Emperor stood. The entire room shook. You claim this human as your mate? Yes, Zara said firmly. The Emperor's face twisted with rage. Then slowly he smiled. It was not a kind smile. Very well, he said. If this human wishes to claim a Valkyrian princess, he must prove he is worthy. Jake's blood turned to ice. He will face the trial of strength, the Emperor declared. Zara's face went white. No, Father, please, he is not a warrior. Then he will die, the Emperor said simply, and you will marry the warlord as planned. A massive Valkyrian warrior stepped forward from the crowd. He was the biggest one Jake had seen yet. His body was covered in scars. His eyes were dead and empty. I am Krell, the warrior said, grinning at Jake. I have killed 53 opponents in the trial. He cracked his knuckles. The sound echoed like thunder. You will be number 54, human. The Emperor raised his hand. The trial begins in 1 hour. Prepare yourself. Guards grabbed Jake and dragged him away. He looked back at Zara. She was crying, reaching for him. I'm sorry, she mouthed. I'm so sorry. Then she was gone. Jake was thrown into a small room, the door sealed behind him. He sat on the cold floor, his head in his hands. In 1 hour he would fight a warrior who had killed 53 people. In 1 hour he would die, unless he found a way to survive. The trial. The door opened. Zara rushed in, her eyes red from crying. You don't have to do this, she said, grabbing Jake's hands. We can run. We can escape right now. Jake shook his head. They'll hunt us forever. You know that. Then let me fight instead, Zara begged. I'm trained. I can... No, Jake touched her face gently. You gave me a choice back there. Now I'm making mine. Zara kissed him. Her lips tasted like tears and desperation. Then let me help you, she whispered. She pulled out a small device and showed him videos of Valkyrian combat, warriors fighting, moving, attacking. You cannot beat Krell with strength, Zara said. He's too powerful. But Valkyrian warriors are trained the same way. They're predictable. Jake watched carefully. She was right. Every warrior moved the same. Same attacks, same defenses. Fight like a human, Zara said. Be unpredictable. It's your only chance. Guards came to take Jake away. Zara held him one last time. Come back to me, she whispered. I will, Jake promised. The arena was a circle of death. Thousands of Valkyrian watched from above, their voices a roar of anticipation. The Emperor sat on his throne, his face carved from stone. Zara stood beside him, her hands gripping the railing so hard her knuckles were white. Jake walked to the center. His legs felt like water. Krell entered from the opposite side. The crowd exploded with cheers. The warrior was even bigger up close, his muscles like steel cables under his skin. I'll make this quick, human, Krell said, spinning his weapon. You don't deserve to suffer. The Emperor raised his hand. Begin! Krell charged like a bull. Jake dove to the side at the last second. Krell crashed into the wall behind him. The impact shook the entire arena. The crowd gasped. No one expected that. Krell turned, embarrassed and furious. He attacked again, faster, more brutal. Jake couldn't match his strength. Every block sent shocks of pain through his arms. Krell's fist connected with Jake's ribs. Jake flew across the arena and hit the ground hard. Blood filled his mouth. "Get up!" someone in the crowd yelled. Jake struggled to his feet, his vision blurred, his body screamed in pain. Krell walked toward him slowly, savoring the moment. "You fought well for a human. Now die with honor." He raised his weapon for the killing blow. Jake remembered Zara's words. Be unpredictable. He did something no Valkyrian warrior would ever do. He dropped his weapon. He knelt. The crowd went completely silent. Krell froze, confused. "What are you doing?" Krell demanded. Jake looked up at the Emperor. "I cannot beat him in strength," he said loudly. "He's the better warrior, I admit that." He stood slowly, his legs shaking. But being worthy isn't just about strength. The arena was so quiet, Jake could hear his own heartbeat. "I saved Zara when I had nothing to gain," Jake continued. "I risked my life for a stranger. I stand here now knowing I'll probably die, because some things matter more than survival." He pointed at the Emperor. "You, Valkyrian, value honor above everything. But is it honorable to force your daughter into marriage? Is it honorable to kill someone who saved her life?" Emperor Crane's face was unreadable. Krell lowered his weapon slowly. "He speaks truth," the massive warrior said. Everyone turned to look at him. "I was told to kill a coward," Krell said. "But this human has more courage than most Valkyrian I know. He faced certain death for love." Krell knelt. "Emperor, I will not kill him." The crowd erupted in whispers. This had never happened before. Emperor Crane stood. The room fell silent again. "In all my years," the Emperor said slowly, "I have never seen this, a human teaching Valkyrian about honor." He walked down from his throne, each step echoing. He stopped in front of Jake. "What is your name, human?" "Jake, your majesty." "Jake of Earth," the Emperor said. "You have proven yourself, not with strength, but with something far more rare." He paused. "Wisdom." The Emperor turned to the crowd. "I accept this union." The arena exploded with cheers. Zara ran down the steps and threw herself into Jake's arms. He caught her despite his pain and held her tight. "You did it," she cried. "You actually did it." "We did it," Jake said, kissing her. 1 week later, Jake stood in the throne room wearing Valkyrian ceremonial armor. Zara stood beside him in a white dress that shimmered like starlight. Emperor Crane placed his hand on Jake's shoulder. "Welcome to our family, son of Earth." Commander Thrace approached and saluted. "You taught us something important, human." "What's that?" Jake asked. "That the strongest warriors are those who fight for love." Later, Jake and Zara stood on their new ship, a gift from the Emperor. The entire Valkyrian fleet formed an honor formation around them. "Ready?" Zara asked, taking his hand. Jake smiled. "With you, always." As they jumped to lightspeed, Jake thought about how one choice changed everything. He was just an engineer, nothing special, but he learned that courage isn't about being fearless. It's about doing the right thing, even when you're terrified. His name was Jake, and this was how he became the first human to marry Valkyrian royalty.